Well, good Saturday afternoon. Let me share with you just a preview of what the Lighthouse Chapel folk are going to hear as a message tomorrow. I believe that God always has something to say to his people, and I trust that God will speak through us tomorrow as we endeavor to bring the message that he's laid upon our heart. Well, we know that Psalm 137, it tells us of a people that were in captivity in the empire of Babylon, and they hang their harps on the willow, is what the scripture says, asking, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?" Well, they discovered difficulty in expressing the joy through singing. And even sometimes, I believe us, as we go through a world that is no friend of grace, we go through a world that has a lot of hostility. We find out that it's easy to sing, "This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through." But all along, we have a hard time maybe maintaining the joy of the Lord through song. And so I know that oftentimes the pressures of life and the difficulties of the wilderness world that we live in makes it difficult for us to have a song. But I do believe that, he gives songs for the journey. I do believe that, as the psalmist said in another place, he's put a song in my heart. He said that in the nighttime his song shall be with me. And so I think whatever we're going through in this world, we can still have a song. Now, we're going through this world, and there's times that we're going to look back. Now, I know Paul said, "Forgetting those things which are behind," and yet we're also told to remember the pit from whence we were digged. And there are times that we look back, and when we look back, I believe that looking back can bring a song to our heart. A lot of times that song that we sing in looking back is, "He brought me out of the deep miry clay. He set my feet on the solid rock to stay. He puts a song in my heart, a song of real deliverance and a song of real joy." And I'm glad today that God can put a song in our heart as we look back. And so we're going to consider some of the things that we see when we look back, and we're going to remember some of the struggles that we've gone through. But we're going to sing, "He brought me out," and we're going to, if we have time, sing, "He never has failed me yet. I have proven him true. What he says he will do, he never has failed me yet." So, even though maybe it's hard to maintain the joy of the Lord, we can look back and rejoice in where God has brought us from and how he's been with us every step of the way. Well, we are prone to look around, and oftentimes we do look around, and I tell you, we just see so much today, and I believe that we need to look around and even realize that in spite of all of the adversities that we're aware of and all of the trials and the tests that we sometimes go through, yet there's a song that has been inspired. It is "Glory Just to Walk with him." And I know that we can sing that song. No matter how rough our life may be right now, it is glory just to walk with him. And should we have time to, I don't know, I do a lot of talking in between these songs, and so I don't know how much time we'll have. We preachers are kind of bound to the clock. But I'd like to sing "What a Friend We Have in Jesus," because he is that friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And I know that as we look around today, we've got a wonderful friend, and it's glory just to walk with him. Well, we not only look back in our Christian experience, we not only look around, but I think we need to look toward the future. And what a glorious future we have. A new heaven and a new earth, a better life in a better world is the hope of the Christian. And I think as we look ahead, we need to recognize that there's a place called Zion, and that place called Zion is to be our eternal home. And we can look ahead and maybe sing, "There waits for me a glad tomorrow, where gates of pearl swing open wide. When I pass this vale of sorrow, I'll dwell upon the other side." And then we want to also think about that it's going to be worth it all when we see Christ. So we're going to do some singing here in a strange land tomorrow. We look back and we rejoice. We look around and we rejoice. And we look ahead and we rejoice. Thank God that He puts a song within our heart. Come be with us tomorrow at the Lighthouse Chapel if you have no place to call home. Goodbye now.